Romie here. Please like, comment, subscribe if you're a first time watcher, and if you're a returning watcher, thank you very much. This is the recap, the review for Big Brother 18, episode 15. This is the BB Battle Back. Yeah, so basically the 5 house guests that were originally eliminated have the chance to come back into this house. The first 2 that come into play are actually Jose and Glenn. Now, Jose and Glenn have to do the competition where you walk across the whole jungle themed backyard, and you have to get the berry and you have to put it back in your container. Now, what happens during the competition is that Jose gets into a lead because he's just faster than Glenn, and because of that, Glenn is thinking maybe if he goes and gets there was a new stipulation. There's a magical berry. You take that and you're able to successfully lock that in before the other person's able to get their first 10 berries in, because as soon as you get 20 berries, you win. Then that person's entire container falls out and they have to start all over again for that container. Now, Jose was fast enough to lock in 10 berries so that Glenn's mystery berry couldn't take into effect. And because of that, Glenn also couldn't use it again because you can only use it once. As a result, Jose won. So the next 2 people that came to be was Jose versus Victor. Now, of course, they were friends in the house, so it was odd for them to play against each other. Now, remember the tennis competition that occurred this season so far, where they had to bounce these balls on? It was more so like a badminton almost. Not badminton, almost like a ping pong almost, where there were these tennis rackets placed on the floor that were really, what do you call it? What are those things called? That were really trampolines, and what happens is you throw your ball down, and of course it has to land on your side, obviously on your side, and it has to hit the target. The target was actually both Victor and Jose's faces were the targets. That was hilarious to me. And Victor always stayed in the lead for a certain period of time. Jose, he would keep catching up. Victor would pull ahead a little bit. Jose would catch up. At one point, they were evenly matched. But this is a situation where it's a little bit different because they have to run and get their balls. They have to run and get their balls, and they have to keep doing that. So they only have like 5 at a time. So they 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay. So because of that, now they're exhausted. They are extremely exhausted. But guess who pulls through in the end? Victor. So Victor gets to advance moving forward, and I have to be honest, I don't care what anyone says, I'm happy that it's Victor over Jose. Nothing personal against Jose, but Jose got on my damn nerves. On my nerves. Now, the next 2 that had to go against each other, of course, was Victor versus Bronte. In this competition, those 2 had to compete against each other in a memory competition. The goal was, of course, it was part of the theme of when they had to go and play the memory game, but there was a second part of the backyard that's now opened up. Now, they had to go and run and look at these pictures. They had 3 monitors. Looking at these 3 monitors, they could only, they had a bunch of scenarios. So, of course, they had to match the correct house guest with the corresponding scenario. And, for example, just to give you an example, it was just like, person who was holding a bottle of wine the most or whatever, and so that was Michelle. The person who was in the most pictures, that was Devon. The person wearing sunglasses, that was James. And that's funny because that's the first one that I actually got, which is interesting. And of course, Bronte and Victor were on the same team, so it's just like, damn, I have to play against you. But oh well, all's well that ends well. And it's interesting because clearly they told us who won, because these confessionals, the confessionals as they were playing the game, was done post the game. So I'm thinking, you know what, next time maybe you don't have Victor hold the damn champion belt the whole time, because I'm like, wait a minute, I'm supposed to be watching even though I already know Victor won it. Okay. Yeah, and like I said, Victor won it. It was relatively close, but then Bronte, she started to panic. And I'm thinking to myself, Bronte, both of you are smart, but you're supposed to be the really, really smart one. And yet, but because mentally, you just gave up. You were just like, I'm just going to go and keep switching the pictures until it works. And Victor actually went and looked to see, crap, what did I actually have wrong? That's why he won. And Bronte told him, don't trust anyone in the house. Next up is, well, last up is Tiffany versus Victor. Tiffany is pissed because she was like, damn it, I wanted this guy to be the only person that I didn't go up against. Now, this game is the puzzle game, where of course you have the whole wall that you get to go and create this puzzle. And the puzzle is basically of this, what was it, a toad, frog, something of that nature. And it was music and disco themed. So part of the puzzle, aside from building it yourself, was also you had to figure out, all right, you had to listen, because the DJ would always spit out the times, and the times correlated with the house guests in certain themes. And again, long story short, not long story short, because they made it seem like it was neck and neck, but it really wasn't. Victor, throughout this whole thing, just like with Jose, speed. With a lot of these competitions, speed is really important, and all of these other house guests, they keep being too cautious. Throw caution to the wind. Throw caution to the wind and just go for it, because if you don't do that, you're not going to win. And that's what happened to Tiffany, because she pretty much lost as soon as she had to go and push up the second to top row of the puzzle piece up, because Victor already figured that out. So his puzzle was done. Now he just had to get the different band names. And once he got that, he was golden. And Tiffany gave him even more advice. Tiffany said, don't trust Davon, trust Frank. I'm thinking, Tiffany, you're not necessarily wrong, but damn it, man, I like Davon. Why'd you have to go after our girl Davon? I mean, my girl Davon. Damn it, Tiffany. So Julie goes and gives them the great news that, house guest, guess what? You know this is Big Brother, expect the unexpected. What I need you to do now is get ready, because your new, well, not so new, house guest is coming back into the house. Yes, it's a new twist. BB Battleback. And the winner will be announced shortly. And just speculate. 10 seconds later, they hear the doorbell. They're bugging out. They're completely bugging out. And guess who it is? Victor! And everyone's just like, oh my god, just so happy to see you. Oh crap. Don't think I didn't catch that guy. I caught that. But what you may not know is that there's actually a new twist. And so this house, as you notice, part of the whole thing is almost themed like an airport. Like everything you would see in an airport. Planes, departure times, concierge, like all of that. And so there's a new twist. The new twist is there's a hidden room. And of course there's items all over the house. And house guests have 4 weeks to go and figure out this twist. Now I'm thinking to myself, dang, did they make it not obvious enough? But then again, a lot of the rooms, they were themed all inclusive. All of these themes are separated throughout the house. So someone will figure it out. That or production will go and tip them, because if you don't know, production does that from time to time. You know, try to throw a bug out there. You can't think that they're just so smart that they all the time figure out that, oh crap, it must be this competition or it must be this twist. So, that's it. Again, please like, comment, subscribe. Come back this Sunday because the new house guests will be crowned. And it's going to be interesting having Victor back in the house. We'll see who wants to really team up with him and who doesn't.